I'm your personal focusing pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko, and I will be your captain for today's flight. And today we're flying the PMDG Boeing 777-300ER for a Microsoft Flight Simulator. And we'll be flying a fairly short flight, especially for the 777, but I felt like not doing too long a flight, but fly it nonetheless. So we will be flying from Havana in Cuba to Miami in the United States of America. Should be about a 1 hour and 15 minute flight or so. And let's just go and have some fun with our new toy, the PMDG Boeing 777-300ER. Right, so here we are then at the airport in Havana, Cuba. There is no traffic here. It's like a little ghost town. But we're going to be flying it nonetheless. Alright, so let's just hop on in. So this will be our office for today. Close the door. And we're just going to hover over here and pretend we're sitting our asses down. I do not have a lot of experience yet with this aircraft, so it's going to be fun. So I believe first things first, we turn on the radio. It is for the navigation, and the voice recorder can go on. And what lights do we have? We have nav lights on, so for now that is probably okay. So the flight plan has been loaded in on a little bit of preparation, but not too much. So this will be the flight plan. As I said, it's about 1 hour 15 minutes or so. Pretty straightforward. Let's have a look at the weather here at the departure. Wind 1207 knots. And a few clouds, 32 degrees, QNH 1013. So I guess we just load up the flight plan here. So the reference airport will be Mike Uniform Hotel Alpha. Now the gate, I'm not too concerned about that, so we're just going to put the GPS coordinates there. Now for the route we can request it from the SimRiv. We set the payload and we also set the SimRiv fuel. It is now requesting the route. Right, so we load it up. And then we can activate and execute, and we are now looking at the route. So the leg should be all in here, but it's not very much. However, we will need to put in the departure and arrival. So let's have a look at the OFP. Cruising level 310. So default route, direct to MAXIM, and then we will get the November Delta Bravo Romeo 3. Arrival for runway 08 right. Is it Sandborn or something? So direct to Maxim out of runway 24. Let's put that in, runway 24. And we just go direct. And you click index to get back to the departure arrival index, and there you see your destination airport listed as the second airport. You click the arrival button next to it. It was 08 right, yes, there you go. ILS 08 right. And I'm going to call it Sandborn, not sure what it stands for. And execute, and that will be in there as well. So now if we go to the init page, init ref again. Is there a fuel weight? It should do it automatically like this. Fuel is already in there. Cruising altitude here, it says flight level 270 and cost index 41. Let's have a look at that here for a second. Cost index 41. I believe cruising altitude steps 310, so it's going up to 310, not really too sure about that now. Maybe, are we going to leave it like this, or are we going to put in 310 there? Let's just keep it like this, I don't mind. The less we have to descend as well. So we're going to accept it then. Cost limitations. Let's have a look now at the performance tool. So for takeoff, let's import from the OFP using runway 24. Our runway condition is dry. And let's import from aircraft. Let's go flight 5. Let's also import the weather. 013 or 29 or 901. Alright, so let's calculate. Acceleration height 1500, flaps 5. So we'll be taking off with 89.7 N1 percentage. Takeoff 2, select temperature outside 47 degrees. So 47 degrees. We'll put it right there. There we go for the takeoff 2. That gives us currently 94.1. I need to enter, was it now 47? 47 degrees. It gives us 89.7, and that appears to be correct. Flat 5 takeoff. We will need to trim 4.75. V1 145, rotate 149, V2 155. That appears to be checking out as well. So I guess we're good here. Let's confirm them. Alright, let's have a look at the legs page. MAXIM, and then it says route discontinuity. It's taking us to SNDBR. Let's have a look at the plan here. I think we can tie these two together. There you go. Come out a little. I guess it looks fine. I'm happy with it. We'll put in 155 here in the box. Are we forgetting anything, or you think we're almost ready to get going? Does have a checklist. Let's have a little sip of the water first. Always good. We have some refreshing drinks next to you. So let's have a look at the checklist here. Flight instruments, heading, altimeter. Style and oh, wait a minute. 270. Going straight to 270. Parking brake is not set. So let's try to set the parking brake. It's always a little bit of a challenge, so might not take. It is taking. Okay. Do have some hydraulics there. So before start, flight deck door closed and locked. Passenger signs, we'll turn them on. Speed, we put in the V2 speed, heading for the track and the altitude. I'm good with this for now. Takeoff speeds, we have those as well. Stereo pre-flight, I believe it's been completed as well. Trim, so we're going to trim to 4.75, I believe it was. Now, not really sure if we already have hydraulics. I do not think we do, so we will not be trimming anything. So let's turn on some hydraulics now. Pumps. Hydraulic press primary C2, C1. Oh, they need to go to 1. Check here. What the hell it is that I'm doing? Oh, that's probably because the engines are not running. I'm just gonna put this back on auto. As you can see, I'm just freestyling my way through this here. Leader for now, it is off. Let's see if we can trim it now. Around there should be okay. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed, and then the beacon lights can go on. Let's do that and turn on the beacon lights. There you go. Okay, so for the taxi runway 24, let's leave and we'll need to load it again. I keep forgetting. So if you're having this when you are using Navigraph charts, you can just press Ctrl N and it will sort of minimize. It will not show you minimize, it will just go off the screen. I do hear something in the cockpit. Not really sure what is it doing. That's slightly concerning. Okay, so airport. Runway 24, so we're actually really close. We're just going to go via, what is this? Alpha, I believe. Oh, doesn't look too challenging. I have no clue what that clicking sound is, man. Are we breaking anything? Okay, so beacon lights on as well, so we can select normal there. Before taxi, anti-ice. Arm the emergency exit lights. So recall, it should be this little button here. Okay, there's nothing else going on. Auto brake should go to rejected takeoff, RTO. Flight controls, they're checked, ground equipment clear. Not quite yet, so let's get rid of the... how do we do this? We'll do one stairway here. There's to left. They're gone as well. So we should be totally clean now. Alright. So that checklist is complete as well. Before takeoff, flaps 5. So let's push back and start up the engines then. Yes, now is as good a time as any. Let's call out the tug. Yep. There you see our trusty blue tug coming to push us back. So again, we're flying real world time and real world weather from Havana, Cuba to Miami. It's a fairly short flight, approximately 1 hour 15 minutes. It was a bit of overkill to fly with the 777, but you know, it is cool. So let's see to release the parking brake. So this is really tight here, man. This is actually the parking place for the heavy aircraft. So I guess we're good. Are we going to make that? No. Let's stop it right here. Alright. Let's get rid of the tug. We'll do the rest ourselves. So thank you, tug. Okay. So what else? Anything here? I gotta look. Pressure. Check that in a little bit. remain on. Okay, so that's it. So we can start up the engines. It's fairly simple in this one. You find the button up here. Let's start engine number 2. Let's pull up the engine page here. There she goes. So let's start up engine number 1 as well. Maybe not a bad idea to let the parking brake while we're standing here. Well, actually, that looks to be set. There you go. No. No, it doesn't. That is interesting. Probably would have been better if you pushed back with our nose this direction, because if you look at the other side, it is rather small. Alright, so we got 2 running engines. We have everything set for takeoff. Takeoff 2 at 47 degrees. We will have a reduced thrust of 89.7. Sea doors manual if you're running, passenger signs on auto brakes to reject the takeoff. Let's turn on the taxi lights. And let's see if this baby will roll. Let's put it on traffic here, and flight director goes on both the sides. LNAV and VNAV as well. Alright, so we are rolling. So yeah, it's going to be interesting taking this little turn here. So not forget to set the flaps. Seems to work out. It looks to be quite some wind actually. Alright, so we're going to Miami, people. So while we're turning, let's turn on the landing lights, and the strobe can go on as well. Okay, so what is this message saying here? Checklist incomplete. Oh, okay. Might be true. So let's go to the checklist. Flaps. So are the flaps on 5? Flaps to 5. Check it as well. Still traveling. And there auto checks here in the checklist. It is Carolina, my pilot. That's my girl, man. Look at you. You're joining in. You're joining in for a little flight from Havana to Miami. So nice of you to say hi. I love you. Okay, so let's have a look. Anything else now? So that checklist been completed as well. So we should be good to go. The next one is the after takeoff checklist, so we do not need this right now. So let's try to not get distracted by beautiful girls, you know what I mean. An accident is very easily made. Love my pilot. Oh, your pilot loves you too, man. Alright, so this is our beautiful little aircraft. So we have some wind from the right, from the left actually, so well, let's just do it. Anything else we need to do? A little quick and short sanity check. I think the auto thrust will engage disarmed if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there you go. The aircraft is not tracking wide, so that's also good. Alright, so after takeoff, we'll just turn on the autopilot and we should do a right turn until we reach MAXIM there, the first waypoint on our flight plan. Okay, so let's settle the engines now at about 50%. Oh, let's abort for a second, see what it is saying. Probably the parking brake configure. There you go, parking brake is set, so let's not fly with the parking brake on, preferably. So there you go. So let's try this again. So 50% N1, let her stabilize. Then once she's stabilized, we go to the thrust setting. And there we go. Holy shit, what's happening? You overstress the aircraft to cause critical damage. Okay, man, that was a very short flight. I'm terribly sorry. I'm not really sure what happened. It looks like a glitch actually, because you know, this kind of thing never happens. Alright, so that's it. So what shall we do, man? We're going to try again to do the whole setup again. But let's just rush through it then. Let's just go restart. No. This is, I mean, we're not going to be doing this. Come on, man. So what happened was I pushed down on the yoke a little bit. You know, you should do until around 80 knots. So that's basically what it did. And all of a sudden, it sort of detected like a crash, you know. Not even slightly damaged. No, it's a crash. It's a total crash, you know. So that's a bit of a shame. Alright, so here we are again. Let's just get rid of the navigraph for now. Alright, so let's go real quick and dirty here. Audio goes on and the voice recorder goes on as well. And the seatbelt signs can go on, and let's also turn on all the fuel pumps, because we are going to get the hell out of here, and we're going to get this thing up into the air, and we're going to be flying to Cuba, from Cuba to what's that place called? Miami, Florida, the United States of America. Right, do we have the flight in here? Let's request it, so it will also go into the MCDU. Okay, so that's been loaded. So we go FMC. So let's just go through this real quick. Mike Uniform Hotel Alpha. It's our reference airport. It's where we are. Let's copy the coordinates for now. Put them there. It's fine. Route. So we're going to request the route from SimBrief. That will be our routing, and we're going to set the payload. We're going to set the fuel. And we're going to select the route. Requesting, so let's wait a little bit, or can we already do activate? Request sent, let's just wait a little bit. There you go, receiving the route. We're loading it into the flight, we're loading the flight plan now into the computer here. So once that is done, there will come a button here saying activate, so we just activate, execute, and the flight plan is now in. So we go to the legs page, that is only the MAXIM, because it's basically direct to. We go to departure, airport, we will be using runway 24, we're doing a direct, so there is no sit that we're going to be flying. Go back to index, here we fly to ILS 08 right, and we'll be using the Sanborn 3 arrival, execute, and that is in as well. Now we go to the legs page and we tie Sanborn to MAXIM, like this, so we got the flight plan now. And then Cobra, we'll look at this once we are airborne, and then we can continue. So 0 fuel weight, fortunately this will put it in for us. We're gonna leave it at flight level 270, that's fine, so we're going to accept it. And thrust limitations, so that was a takeoff 2 with 47 degrees outside, simulated temperature basically that is, which gives us a reduced thrust of 89.7% on the N1. So takeoff settings will be taking off flap 5, and the center of gravity, it will put it in there, and then 4.75, and the VRF speeds are to be confirmed as well, they have not changed. So that bit has all been set up, so let's dial in the V2 speed, 155 knots, even in the box. Oops. Easy, Arkady, easy. Alright, so that's there. Okay, stay please. Lily, come on man. 155, there you go. Looks like, oh, the aiders are online. Okay, cool. So LNAV, VNAV, no, not yet. Flight director. There you go. Let's also set the altimeter, altitude, 27,000, there as well, LNAV, VNAV, there you go. Please go to RTO. Anything else we need to be doing? We need to trim the aircraft for 4.75, I believe we should already now have hydraulic power, so there you go, that should be enough there as well. And while we're at it, something we did not do earlier, right now before, if you like doing it, just dial something here, there you go, blah, and you know, I'm giving up. Alright, cool, and what else? We don't need to do anything. I think we can probably just go, we're not on an intercept heading, that is correct. We're on my heading, let's just dial in something like 2-4. Close enough, we'll see once we're on the runway. We're just winking this Arkady style, that's perfectly fine. So let's see, so let's get rid of all the clutter around the aircraft, so I guess we can just use our DFB here. Go to the ground operations. Door management, basically you want to close everything. Well, close all actually, it's quite good. Ground vehicles, release all, there you go. Alright, so we're totally clean again, except the doors. At least one open door there. Door management, close all. There goes a little door. Alright, cool. So instead of pushing back, let's just drive. Sounds like fun as well. Okay, so that means we can now start the engine. So let's first turn on the beacon light, and let's really quickly go over the checklist to see if there's anything that we've forgotten. I know of one thing, which is the local QNH. It should be 1013, and that is set now. Okay. Right, so pre-flight oxygen check, flight engineer's heading altimeter, parking brake is not set. But we are not going to be setting it. Let's see if we can just item override. Sure. Flight deck door closed. So we have dialed in the V2 speed, the heading track and the altitude as well. Takeoff speeds, we have those too. CDO pre-flights completed. We have trimmed taxi and takeoff briefings completed as well. We go to normal, anti-ice is on. Recall, let's say it's checked. Flight controls checked. Ground equipment has just been cleared. And then we go to the normal, so flaps 5, which we cannot do right now. So let's just start up the engines and let's get this sucker going. So the beacon light is on. So let's start up engine number 2. And let's also put the engine screen up here in the middle. So I'm not really sure where to put the fuel cutoff to run, but usually, just winging it a little bit. Is there anything else here for us to check? Next page for now is fine. I think we're good to go. So there goes our engine number 2. Let's have a look outside. These some big ass engines, man. Alright, let's start up engine number 1. So obviously, starting up the engines and not having the parking brake set is absolutely not done. It's a taboo. What if you start rolling? It's not going to be pretty. I can tell you that. All right. Let's introduce some injection there. So engine number 1 is starting up. And let's also go ahead and turn on the runway turn-off lights and the taxi lights. And you know what, let's also turn on the strobe for now. Yeah. So let's put the flaps into the 5 position for takeoff. Alright, like that. So we almost have 2 running engines. And I think we should remove the wheel chocks now. So let's see, PMDG setup, no. RFS actions. Ground connections. And let's remove the wheel chocks. So I think we should be good to go. We have our V speeds in here, we have the QNH, 27,000 feet, or flight level 270 rather. And let's in here a little bit more. Can we maybe see the runway heading? Have a look. Does not look like it's not alright, so let's do it. So now, I think, are we going to do a left turn or a right turn? Let's do the right turn again. It was quite cool actually. So what's this saying? Cause hydraulic pressure, oh, of course, and the emergency exit lights, we should arm them as well. So the hydraulic pressure, these two should go on, and we arm the emergency exit lights. I think officially we should be good to go, although the aircraft will start whining at us that we skipped some things on the checklist probably, so let's put up the checklist here for a little bit. Flaps to 5, or maybe not. Alright. A little bit of the forward thrust. And off we go. So I'm really happy with the new aircraft. Have not really flown it very much actually. So I'm still fairly new to it. In the end, it's a Boeing, you know, so it's not all that different. But you know, every plane is sort of like its own, you know, characteristics, and you know what you should do, what you should not do. And for now, the challenge for me is, I think, it is more about the energy management during descent. To keep the energy, you know, not too high. I've had some high energy descents, and then it gets you into trouble. You know, once you get closer to the ground, you want, you know, to have some level of control, and you know, you find yourself in an awkward position. So yeah, so that's definitely something to pay attention to. So we should, once we're up in the air and once we're cruising, we should properly plan our descent step by step and make it work. And you know, let's also turn on the runway lights, the landing lights, rather I should say. There you go. And let's get ourselves onto the runway. Let's see if we do not detect a crash this time. Not quite sure what happened, because what I was doing upon takeoff earlier is basically what I always do. I've also done it in this aircraft, so let's not overshoot here. Also done it in this aircraft, and this is the first time it's happening, so it could be just a glitch. Sometimes, you know, the simulator might think you're going below through the runway or something, not really sure. So let's do this again. So I think we're actually totally good to go. So let's just do a rolling takeoff now. So about 50% N1. And once the engines settle at around 50%, let them settle, and then we choose the takeoff thrust.
Airspeed's alive.
So this is precisely what I was doing earlier. Nose wheel. There we go. It's a nice hazy day here in Havana.
V1.
V1.
Rotate.
Getting ready to rotate.
V2. Positive rate of climb.
Hopefully something's positive here. Alright, gear up. See if we can start the autopilot now. So have a look at what is telling us here. Nav has been armed, I guess. So we should probably do a vectoring. Let's do this ourselves. And let's do a we can go to standard QNH. So we're now in heading select mode. LNAV is still armed, So that means that by the time we actually do have an intercept heading, which we do not have now, we're not on an intercept heading. So check the flaps actually, yeah, flaps can go up now. A little late. The runway turn off lights can go off. Alright, I guess they should get us onto an intercept heading. Let's have a look outside. We're still flying on heading select, it would seem. Alright, so we'll just do it like this then. Zoom out a little bit. So if you're running, passenger signs are still on. That's all good. So the RTL, oh that's actually on off by itself I think. Unless I forgot to turn it on. So we're already at 10,000 feet. Let's turn off the landing lights and let's also free the passengers then. We're still climbing, we're now on LNAV, so we're following lateral navigation as well. Airspeed is increasing too. So this is, we're going someplace for sure now. So let's zoom out a little bit. So we're on our way to MAXIM, we're 53.4 nautical miles. As I said, it's not going to be a very long flight. So basically you'll be cruising, I don't know, 15 minutes or something once we reach our cruising altitude. I always like these little screens that you can put up here. It's amazing. Right, anything noteworthy? So this will be already the this should already be Sanborn is the first point of our approach. So let's have a look at that then. Let's see what the approach is going to be like. Let's have a little sip of the iced tea. Let's put our position here as well. There you go. So we'll be landing runway 08 right, which basically is straight in from this direction, so it's pretty cool. We will have a look at the weather in a little bit. Let's look at what the approach is going to be like. So we'll be flying from Sanborn. Say anywhere what the full word actually is. Alright, I'm not going to bother. So Sanborn we should be at what does it say here? Around 11,000. Then we go Moria, and flag, and then from there it will be our final approach. Alright, I think we can do that. So we're already at 21,000 feet. It's climbing quite quickly. It's quite a powerful aircraft for sure. Alright. So I guess once we reach MAXIM, we're just going to descend immediately to 11,000 feet. So yeah, we'll also be doing some long haul flights on the channel as well. Not today though. Today it's going to be a nice and short flight. That's your in-flight entertainment. Alright. Now for the okay, so it looks like we're at MAXIM now. So let's just, the top of the descent is actually not quite there yet. What to do, what to do? See, we are 122 nautical miles, and we are at 27,000. We want to be at 11,000, so the difference is 16,000. 16 times 3, that is 48. Well, that's around 49 nautical miles. We should start descending, so I think we're good to go for now. So let's keep on cruising here. But then let's have a look at the final approach chart as well. Let's open the maps for Miami. ILS or localize runway 08. Alright, let's put a pin into that one. And then this should be the final approach. So we will going to need 110.3 for 0 to 900 degrees. And it could be, if we go to our Navirat page, 110.3, ILS 110.3 of the course 092, so that is actually already entered. That's good stuff. That's what we need. Now for the minimums, let's do those first. So 450 feet. And I tend to always forget which one is which again. I believe we need 450. Let's just do that. On the barrel. So 450 on the barrel, that is in as well. Okay, so that is ready as well. The glide slope will start at 3,000 feet, so it's the airport elevation. It's 9, so that's about sea level. And the initial approach fix. Chrome. Let's check what waypoints we are using. Hide the left plane here for a bit. We go to the legs page. So after the leg, we should go to Cobra, that one. Alright. So are we able to stitch Cobra together with legs? The leg. Let's have a look at the initial approach chart here. I guess that's going to work out perfectly. So, select Cobra. It is now entered into the scratch pad. And then you put on the empty one there and you just say execute. At leg we should be at 4,000. That is in here as well. 3,000, also where the glide slope starts. So we'll be going step by step here. We are getting closer to the top of descent. I suggest we just start descending to 11,000 feet now. And what was the best way to do it? I believe we just wake it and going to do sort of an open descent kind of style. And we can see we're still sort of on the descent profile. Alright, so we're slowly descending. We are now below the descent profile, so that's fine. Let's look outside. So on our way to Sanborn, 74 nautical miles with descending, 1450 feet per minute. We will definitely be under the descent profile for a little bit. Alright, that's enough with the in-flight entertainment. So what are we looking at? We are descending quite slow, we're still way below the descent profile. think maybe we could do a little vertical speed. We just go, I don't know, like get back to 11,000. Let's say 1,000 feet per minute. And have a look what that's going to be like. We're thinking it's a little bit easy with the descent here, but maybe strap in the passengers already. So turn your seatbelt signs on, please. And we could have a look and see a couple of things. Go to the COM page, you click there. And depending on what you set up on what's actually live, you could try A to C or flight information actually, I think, and ATIS request. And then you put in the airport code, so that is Kilo Mike India Alpha. And then let's say we choose MAXIM. I'm not sure if anything is online there. It does look like there is. Kilo Mike India. Kilo Mike India Alpha. Maybe PMDG, maybe they got some information for us. I'm not sure how that works. Let's just send it and see if anything comes back. If nothing comes, then we'll just check. Doesn't look like it, so that's fine. Let's forget about that. Let's have a look here at the Navigraph. Go to airports. We just check weather. Wind 100 at 9 knots. We will have a bit of a crosswind, only like 20 degrees or so. Not really crosswind, I guess. And to 9 or 9 or 1. Right, I'll take it. Now the descent forecast uplink. Always forget where that how to do this again. The route, maybe the progress page. Just get rid of the message there. Purpose reference. Maybe the VNAV forecast. Let's load in the winds. And let's also put in the landing conditions. So I believe typically you do 25 degree flap, so let's do that. 145 knots. So there comes the descent profile, and we should now go to local QNH. Let's first VNAV. So 11,000 feet, and let's also put in 29901. The 991 is set, so we are on the local QNH. We're on the profile. 60 nautical miles from Sanborn. So we should be there at 11,000. Go to the legs page. And then Aslan, we should be at 11,000 or above. And then we should start our final descent. Moria 7,500, 4,000 at leg, and then Cobra at 3,000 or above. So let's pull up the checklist here. So recall, let's check the recall. Nothing there. Notes, there were no notes, so let's check the recall. Auto brake, let's go auto brake 3. Not really tell from the angle. That's 3, okay. Auto brakes armed. Landing data VRF minimums, well, we've done that. So let's have a look again in the draft page. So our speed on approach will be 145 knots at a flap setting of 25. So 145 knots for the final approach speed. Approach briefing has been completed as well. We click the normal button, and then the altimeters should be set for the approach. Basically, we already done that. And landing, speed brake armed, landing gear down, and flaps to 25. More like. So let's go back to the legs page here, and still descending perfectly. Right, so we're approaching Sanborn. We can keep on descending. We got 1,000 feet to go. And then once we reach Moria, we should dive down to 7,532. Not sure why that's actually that specific though, but right, so right now we're chilling at 11,000 feet. saying we're above the descent profile, but when you look here, let's see, Maria. We should be at 7,000. Alright, okay, so let's quickly do that. There you go. Let's do 7,000. Try flight level change, see if we can go a bit faster. And we're crossing 10,000 feet too, so let's turn on the landing lights. There you go. Let's go straight to 4,000 feet. As you can see, we've been lagging behind again. And let's maybe do vertical speed, and let's just get this sucker down. Go 3,000 feet per minute. Check the VNAV page here. We are, in fact, we're actually overspeeding. Procedure-wise, we should be below 250 knots. But as usual, I was doing other things and totally forgot that we already had to start our descent to Moria, so now we're on our way to leg. We should be good now, so let's go VNAV. And that should get us back on the profile. FMC message cabin is ready. Alright, thank you. The brake tree is set, message signs is on, and the APU is running. The speed's going down now, that's good. Drag required. Let's put out a little speed brake. Brake is armed. Do flight level change a little quick. If it's going to bring us down faster maybe. And just go rogue. So we should 3000 now. We're slightly above the ILS, above the glide slope, rather I should say. So let's keep on descending. And turn on the localizer. Don't put that on 3000 please. Localizer's armed. We're getting back on the profile now. So let's switch back to VNAV and try and lose some speed. See if we can also on the approach maybe. Localizer is armed, that's cool. Let's do manual speed now. F1, we are 9.3 nautical miles. We're still going really fucking fast. Speed brakes out. Looks like we missed the glide slope. So let's turn off the autopilot. Let's do this manually. Gear down.
$2,500.
Let's see if we're going to make this. That's the 25. This is a very high energy approach. So I did mess up there again.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
But I'm lazy, I do not want to do a go around. And the speed is crazy. So let's see if we can go.
Sync rate.
Let's not do that.
Pull up. Sync rate. Pull
Minimums.
up. Sync rate.
300.
Sync rate.
Well, you do not want to be sitting in
Sync
this,
rate.
I can tell you that.
Pull up. Sync rate.
$50, $30, $20, $10.
No, the reversers are out. Flaps can go up. Alright, welcome to Miami. We will try again soon to have a decent descent. This again turned out to be a very high descent profile, of very high energy descent, you know, and approach. It's just ugly. Well, let's don't see any yellow lines here. Know what is up with that. Just run let's just park up straight ahead. Well, step by step, slowly, it's getting a little bit better, getting used to the airplane. But again, you know, very high energy approach. Can we set the parking brake like this? Looks like we can. Right, man. Looks like we sort of made it. Welcome to Miami. So thank you very much everybody for flying with us. And hopefully we'll do this again real soon. The beautiful PMDG Boeing 777-300ER. We'll go and check it out. It's an awesome airplane. Anyway, thanks again. Everybody stay funky. And see you at the next one. Bye bye.